this week, we talked about the cancellation of The Acolyte. They are not going to get a season 2. And we went through a lot of the cope tweets from the people who were shilling for the show. And they've gone so far as to start a change.org petition, which are notorious for making real change in the real world.
That's right.
So they have mobilized support for the series. They're trying to revive it. They're trying to pressure Disney to bring it back. And here the petition was started by an anonymous user, Blue Smith. This says, The Acolyte opened the doors for so many Star Wars fans, new and old, to feel seen. Now we know what this is about.
That's exactly why I watch television and movies. I watch Blade to be seen.
Yes, to feel welcomed and accepted by an IP and fandom that hadn't previously been so for anyone who didn't check off certain boxes. Not only that, but The Acolyte became a beacon for representation that many fans have felt was lacking in the Star Wars universe for decades. With both creators and actors that truly understood Star Wars, The Acolyte quickly became a fan favorite because of the clear passion and love shown in the work and the drive to give us something new and fresh to fall in love with. New characters with new stories that still existed within the same galaxies we cherished. Regardless of the orchestrated review bombing by a small faction of loud trolls and all of the other obstacles this show had to face straight out the gate, it trended repeatedly throughout and after the show aired. It has a very dedicated fan base willing to fight for its continuation. It's a story that deserves to be told.
Well, unfortunately, none of that matters if your dedicated fan base is tiny.
Made up of 12 people.
Yes, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and they're saying it trended. It trended because people were shitting on it.
Yes.
That's why it trended on social media.
It's got 20,000 signatures. That's what it's got right now.
So I'm looking at it right now.
Right.
This has 23,505 signatures. And there's a very simple solution to this. Very simple solution. If they would like for this to come back, what was it, $180 million?
Divide it by 180 million divided by 20,000.
So all 23,505 of them, if they would just donate to Disney $7,657.95, then they can absolutely bring it back. And here's the thing. Every time somebody adds to the list and actually goes in and signs the change.org petition, they have to sign it and also give $7,657.
What they can do is like they put the amount, and then every time a signature adds, it lessens the amount you have to donate to be part of it.
That's how you make things happen. That's a great petition platform where it's like, hey, here's the thing. We need $100,000, right? And as it goes in, it gets divided equally, but you're on the hook for that at the end of the day, right? You have to pay for it.
So if you get in early, it's the people who have the most money who's like, look, if nobody else signs up for it, I'm on the hook for, like, one person donates and says, but you got to pay all $180 million.
They're never going to put their money where their mouth is. Their mouth is all they have. And I love that change.org has this feature. It's top supporter voices, where they gathered a bunch of these self-made videos defending the show. We're going to watch a few of these. They're really bad.
These are the best.
I like The Acolyte. I love The Acolyte. I couldn't get enough of it. I've been on YouTube looking at all the videos that people have made about it.
Not all of them.
Manny Jacinto and Amanda Stenberg. Bring them back. Bring back the actor that plays Saul. I just love this show, and it deserves another try. And I don't see why, just because some of the Star Wars fans don't.
Well, I guess she got cut off.
Yes.
There's another one next to it I wanted to watch.
This is pretty bad. This is the best feature on change.org.
I love it.
It's really important to have diversity in many of the stories that are told these days. And just because it may be uncomfortable or new, I remember back when the prequels were first out, everybody bashed them, but now everybody loves them. It's a new generation, and allow each generation to have their Star Wars.
Okay.
There was one last one I wanted to watch from the guy with the white glasses.
Before we get there, look, this is the thing. I made a tweet the other day. I said, I'm a huge fan of police procedurals. It's perhaps my favorite genre in all of television. There's a couple that I have never watched that are evergreen classics that I've started watching, which is NYPD Blue and Homicide: Life on the Street. Those shows were more naturally diverse back in 1993 than 90% of the stuff that comes out now. Okay? So don't let them, she said, just because it's new, Like diversity is somehow new. Stop lying, weirdo.
No, but DEI departments are new.
Okay, here we go. This guy?
Me and this guy right here, we would like to take a moment to ask Disney to please continue the Acolyte Season 2. It seems like a very small contingent of Imperial spies has infiltrated the Rebel Alliance and trying to keep us from enjoying the content that we want. So please.
Unfortunately, the Rebel Alliance is actually even smaller because nobody watched the show. So that's the problem.
Listen, I would like to find this guy. And I would like to ask if he's willing to pay $7,945.95 to bring the Acolyte back.
I don't think they are.
You don't?
I think they're willing to do it.
What?
I don't know. I think it's much easier to sit on your ass and sign up for change.org to
I did see somebody
send you promotional emails for the rest of your life.
Right.
I did see somebody in the chat say we need to make an anti-petition petition. That exists. Somebody made a don't renew the Acolyte petition as well, but it only had like 1,000 signatures.
Well, you can go find that one on change.org so you can fight back against this one.
Yep.
Now there are concerns that Disney is going to fully remove the Acolyte from Disney Plus entirely, just as they did with Willow.
Yeah.
How long was it between Willow getting canceled and it getting removed?
Not super long after, if I remember correctly.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna do it because it would just be humiliation piled on top of defeat.
I mean, the show did get canceled on Manny Jacinto's birthday, so
yeah, that was bad enough, right?
Yeah.
They also removed merchandise for the Acolyte on the Disney Store website, but then mysteriously put it back up a day later.
Look,
They're restocking.
What are they doing?
well,
What's going on?
because they removed Andor merch as well, and then that's back. So I mean, that could have just been a computer up. That could have been a lot of things.
They're just trying to erase all traces that this ever existed.
Yeah.
Look, their argument has been disingenuous from the start. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Disney executives are not sitting there ripping lines of Coke wondering what dudes on YouTube are saying.
No.
They want to look at what their viewing numbers are. And in the absence of ads, they need to justify a show's existence. And to do that, people have to go and actually watch the show. Right? People have to actually tune in. When your numbers fall below Andor, which were already considered low, considering the fact that it's probably the most well-respected of the Disney Plus Star Wars shows, and it doesn't reach Ahsoka numbers, it doesn't make it to any of that, there's no doubt in anyone's mind that that is the reason that it was canceled. And this is what I hate about these types of situations, because what's happening is everyone's talking past each other. I'm not celebrating this show getting canceled because it owns the libs. I just wasn't a show that I liked, and I understood that bad audience numbers means that it's not going to get renewed. But because there are people on the internet who are celebrating it, these people think that Disney looked at these people who made fun of this show for 8 weeks and said, this is why we're not going to renew it. They don't give a crap what you say if it's actually bringing in revenue. They don't care. They would gladly bolster the message that they were trying to push on this show and continue it if it meant that not only did they get to continue pushing the message, whatever that is in the show, and make money because there was people actually tuning in to watch. But there wasn't that. So there wasn't going to get renewed.
I feel like there's a big opportunity for a YouTube channel that's built just off of change.org testimonials like the ones we just saw.
Yeah.
Just taking those.
Underrated.
I mean, it's phenomenal. That is great stuff.
There's more cringe if you want to pull up more videos.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go down this rabbit hole.
I love it.
Were there more cringes in this in this thing?
I mean, all of them were.
I like everything about what's happening.
I'm just
right
gonna pick this guy because he's got I can see the most of him. I don't think I can make these videos
I don't
bigger.
think so, yeah.
Renew the Acolyte. Save
creepy
the
as hell.
Acolyte. We want a second season. Don't let the haters win.
The haters didn't win. You lost because there weren't enough of you.
Continue the story. Give us the satisfying conclusion we need.
He
Well,
sounds like
Renew
Kane
the-
from the 90s.
When he would talk like this with the voice changer.
Oh, my God.
Acolyte. Save the...
Okay, let's do one more here.
Get the guy with the big forehead. That was pretty bad.
The Acolyte probably got canceled because of toxic people.
Toxic people.
I got called so many names because I like a TV show. And Disney is being quiet about it because they're probably listening to the toxic people that hate the show. Do better, Disney, because no one deserves to be called names.
He just hit him with the do better.
Do better.
He did, and it would be you'd be remiss if you didn't realize that Disney has not addressed his strife as well.
Correct.
He mentioned that. That's important. That
Yeah, like you
Just
don't
going
deserve to-
off of the reasons they're giving in these videos and in the petition, none of them actually like the show. You can tell. None of them actually
They
like the
want to
show. They
own the-
like what they think the show can do for society.
Yes, they want to own the chuds.
Right, exactly.
Own the chuds.
I don't genuinely believe anyone enjoyed The Acolyte unless they're just so beaten down by the low quality of content these days.
That guy has to know a lot about it. He's got a lot of information stored up there.
Collectively, our standards have dropped so far. And that's why I was disappointed by the Fallout series after watching a couple of episodes, and people were acting like it was a masterpiece just because it was like tolerable to watch.
this is the fun thing about it. I'm looking at some of the text reviews on change.org, right?
okay.
We have to fight the bigots. There are more of us than there are of them. So just to be clear, if you don't like The Acolyte, you're racist.
Well, no. What you would do is you'd move it into 3 categories, right?
Yes.
So you have the people fighting bigotry, the people who don't like it that they consider bigots, and then there's the much larger group, which is all the people in the world that don't give a shit about your show.
Right.
That's
Right.
the big group that you should be fighting by trying to get them to watch it, not fighting the minuscule group of people who are just talking shit to you online. It's not about left versus right or fans, Disney Star Wars fans or old Star Wars fans. It's all of the fans that you don't have anymore that just tuned out and don't care.
It's funny because it just reminds me of all the rhetoric that's been at the DNC for the past several days, where they're not really selling anyone on Kamala. They're just selling the idea that she's not Trump. And she's not a bully like Trump. And she's not loud and boisterous like Trump. And she doesn't have mean tweets like Trump. They can't shut the fuck up about the stuff that they hate to talk about what they love. They don't love anything about this show.
Let them know, Mary. Let them know. Let them know about it. This is great. I mean, I love like so many of these reviews. The series started off slow and had its weak points, and it's always like, but it was a great voice for.
But the protagonist is black and she has a twat, so I love it. Like, that's literally what they're saying.
Yep, and it's extremely condescending. I think that's the most. It's a great voice.
She scissors in her spare time, so you should watch this show.
It made me feel seen.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.